Diggity, D, Mwanzo. All is the beginning. In the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam called son as wind, Mother Nature, Mother Earth, in the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, I man, N-U-E-L, Matthew 123, who the name he wrote with us, in the name of the true motherland, Nigritia, Nigeria, which means land of the gold, Ki Swahili, Tower, Babel, Kunta, Kinte, man's first tongue. Amani kutoka Yuku, peace from above. How y'all doing? Good to be here once again as I teach the book of life. The book of life. Kitabu Cha Uzima. Reading from the New Testament of Emmanuel, Agano, Jipya, Imanuel. The Acts of the Apostles, chapter 21. Now it came to pass that when we had departed from them and set sail, running a straight course, we came to Kos. The following day to Rhodes, and from there to Patara. And finding a ship sailing over to Phoenicia, we went aboard and set sail. When we had sighted Cyprus, we passed it on the left, sailed to Syria, and landed at Tyre, for there the ship was to unload her cargo. And finding the sea place, we stayed 7 days. They told Paul through the Spirit not to go up to Jerusalem. When we had come to the end of those days, we departed and went on our way. And they all accompanied us with wives and children till we were out of the city, and we knelt down on the shore and prayed. Oh, no, no, no. And we looked up to heaven and prayed, seeded it to heaven and prayed. When we had taken our leave of one another, we boarded the ship and they returned home. And when we had finished our voyage from Tyre, we came to Pitole Mais. Pitole Mais greeted the brethren and stayed with them one day. On the next day, we who were companions departed and came to Caesarea, Caesarea, and entered the house of Phoebe the evangelist, who was one of the seven, and stayed with him. Now this man had four virgin daughters who prophesied, and we stayed many days. A certain prophet named Agabus came down from Judea. When he had come to us, he took Paul's belt, bound his own hands and feet, and said, Thus says the Holy Spirit, so shall the Jews at Jerusalem bind the man who owns this belt and deliver him into the hands of the Gentiles. Now, when we heard these things, both and those from that place pleaded with him not to go up to Jerusalem. Then Paul answered, What do you mean by weeping and breaking my heart? For I am ready not only to be bound, but also to die at Jerusalem for the name of the teachers, Imanuel. So when he would not be persuaded, we see saying, the will of the God of gold be done. And after these days, we packed and went up to Jerusalem. Also, some of the disciples from Caesarea went with us and brought with them a certain Manasseh of Cyprus, an elderly disciple with whom we were to lodge. And when we had come to Jerusalem, the brethren received us gladly. On the following day, Paul went in with us to Yamais. All the elders were present. When he had greeted them, he told in detail those things which God had done among the Gentiles through his ministry, through his teachings. And when they heard it, they glorified God of gods, and they said to him, you see, brother, how many Marits or Jews there, there are who have believed, and they are all zealous for the law. But they have been informed about you that you teach, but they have been informed about you that you teach all the Jews who are among the Gentiles to forsake Moses, saying that they are not to circumcise their children, not to walk according to the customs. What then the assembly must certainly meet, for they will hear that you have come. Therefore, do what we tell you. We have 4 men who have taken a vow. Take them and be purified with them, and pay their expenses so that they may shave their heads, and that all may know that those things of which they were informed concerning you are nothing, but that you yourself also walk accordingly and keep the law. But concerning the Gentiles who believe, we have written and decided that they should observe no such thing, except that they should keep themselves from things offered to idols, from blood, from things strangled, and from sexual immorality. Then Paul took the men, and, and the next day, having been purified with them, entered the temple to announce the expiration of the days of purification, at which time was offered, at which time an offering should be made for each one of them. Hmm. Now, when the 7 days were almost ended, the youth from Asia, seeing him in the temple, stirred up the whole crowd and laid hands on him, crying out, men of Israel, help. This is the man who teaches all men everywhere against the people, the law, and this place. And furthermore, he also brought Gentiles into the temple and has defiled this holy place. For they had previously seen Trophimus the Ephesian with him in the city whom they supposed that Paul had brought into the temple. And all the city was disturbed, and the people ran together, seized Paul, and dragged him out of the temple, and immediately the doors were shut. Now, as they were seeking to kill him, news came to the commander of the garrison that all Jerusalem was in an uproar. He immediately took soldiers and centurions and ran down to them. And when they saw the commander and the soldiers, they stopped eating Paul. Then the commander came near and took him and commanded him to be bound with two chains. And he asked who he was and what he had done. And some among the multitude cried one thing and some another. So when he could not ascertain the truth because of the tumult, he commanded him to be taken into barracks. When he had reached the stairs, he had to be carried by the soldiers because of the violence of the mob. For the multitude of the people followed after, crying out, "Away with him!" Then, as Paul was about to be led into the barracks, he said to the commander, "May I speak to you?" He replied, "Can you speak Kiswahili? And you, are you not the Egyptian who some time ago stirred up a rebellion and led the 4,000 assassins out into the wilderness?" But Paul said, "I am a Jew from Tarsus in Cilicia, a citizen of no mean city, and I implore you, permit me to speak to the people." So when he had given him permission, Paul stood on the stairs and motioned with his hand to the people. And when there was a great silence, he spoke to them in the Kiswahili language, saying, hmm, interesting, interesting. One more time, chapter 21, verse 27, the use for Marcia. One more time. And if you notice, I don't say that Greek stuff because it's not, because E is A. So would it be re-a-a? One more time. The gentiles, I keep telling people, I don't twist. I turn up to a voice, and he shows me how I'm supposed to do. I don't try to manipulate the book of life. I put forth every effort I have it in me to learn the book of life. I don't know the book of life. As you see, I stop and I do different. I stop and I adjust because I'm learning this. As I'm teaching this, I'm learning this. He's teaching me. I'm teaching y'all. Those who want to know this, go. One more time. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. Like I keep saying, boom, do what I'm supposed to do. I do not believe in no group eggs. Because E is A, Omega say E is A. So it can't be greased. What I'm gonna say, great eggs, eggs, really? No, not when I can say what the is, gentile, gen, Jane, Jane Tiles, excuse me, Jane Tiles. I just say E is A, and I say E, Jean. One more time. I am mortal man. Bam. Anyway, Jane Tiles. That's who I notice. That's who go and notice. One more time. And you see all these new cities and things, and we seeded up, and we seeded down on the shore, and we seeded up on the shore, and we seeded, we knelt down up, we seeded up on the shore to pray, Because gold is up. One more time. Like I said, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, which is learn and teach. Teach and learn, which is learn and teach and learn. As we have learned that some things are destined to be. It's like Paul knew what was going to happen. Hmm. The guy came and told him, look, whoever got this belt, man, whoever wearing this, they're going to deliver him into the hands of the Gentiles. One more time. Man, don't go. What? Man, why do you think he came? You think he told? Did he say don't go? Y'all saying don't go. If he came and he told me this prophecy, and then he said don't go, I wouldn't go. That's not what he said. He said whoever owns his belt, this is what's going to happen. Now I have noticed his will be done first and foremost. It's a test. Should I pay attention to him and not go? Why would I not go? Why would I not go? Because of what y'all saying? Because of the feelings that y'all have? No. I have to go because he sent him to tell me that I need to go. But I got a choice. I can stay here with y'all, which would be disrespecting him. Well, I'm going to go and do what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to go and do what I'm supposed to do. One more time. Knowledge that something like this is going to happen, and then you know they're going to beat me, they're going to do all this. I don't care. I have no problem dying for God of Goals. Wow. I have absolutely no problem dying for God of Goals. Man, don't go. What did he say? Chapter 21, verse 14. So when he would not be persuaded, we see saying, the will of God of Goals be done. The will of God of Goals be done. All his brothers was imploring with him and asking, bro, please don't do it, man. Don't go, man. You already know if you go, what's going to happen. And he's like, okay, and what is you talking about? Man, yeah, I know what's going to happen. And so what I'm supposed to do? Stay here and disrespect him, or go there and respect him, because it's all about the power of God of gold. I keep telling you that. It's all about his power. I sit here and I emulate my big brother Imanuel. One more time. I do not proclaim to be the beginning, because I'm not. I proclaim to be a part of the beginning. I proclaim that I have knowledge of Adam, and that he knowledge that he's not supposed to represent himself to his father naked. When he had knowledge, it was okay. When he had knowledge, when he know better, I'm not going to do it. One more time. I teach the book of life. I don't preach. Preachers are taught to convince, to conceive, to connive of a concept that you look at that Jesus and you not allowed to say Jesus. You're not allowed to say Jesus. One more time. I teach. Jesus is their God. Emmanuel is God of gold. The God and Son. My big brother. Our big brother. Trip. Seas, cool, car collected. WWW. Whole wide world. Needing me, Melange. Gold is the beginning. In the name of the she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam called son as you in of the nation of the earth. In the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, in the name of the true motherland, Negro, Gia, which means land of the goals. Keep Swahili, Taro Babel, Kunta Kinte, man's first tongue. Amano Kutoku. You peace from above. In the name of Emmanuel, go with us. In the name of Emmanuel, go